Jane Doe in the Diddy case was dismissed based on procedure and not merit. That's right. Jane Doe's case was dismissed by attorney, attorney Tony Buzbee based on procedure, not merit. And that's why we need to understand what we need to understand. Somebody help me keep it real with Dr. Lil. Hi, my name is Dr. Lillian Coley, and I'm glad you're here. We're going to go right to it to look at some of our famous and wonderful podcasters who's got us the information and the receipts in regard to P. Diddy's case with Jane Doe and why it was dismissed. It was not dismissed because of the merits. It was dismissed because of procedure, because Tony Buzbee didn't have all the paperwork, if you will, in order. But before we go through any more talking, I'm just going to go right to it, everybody. I want you to see and hear and see what you need to hear and see so that you have be informed and have the right information. But the motion to dismiss was done because of a procedure method reason, not because of truthfulness or the merit of the case. Let's go right to Ticker TV and look at what he has on our YouTube. The YouTube, he has a beautiful, wonderful, I say, very informative type of session here, giving information, as I said, also along with receipts. So I'm going to bring that up for you guys right now. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to close out this other window because sometimes the windows, oh, okay, I need to go get it. Hold on, everybody. While you're looking at that, we're going to go get the window for you so we can be right where we need to be. I'm going to go out of here because we thought we had it open. We didn't have it open. There's no big deal. We're going to bring it in, everybody. All right. Bringing it on in. Just hold on, everybody. It's coming down now. This is the Jane Doe case that was dismissed by Tony Buzbee. And now we have the full reason why it was dismissed. It just got submitted to the courts on the 22nd. It was also done on the 14th as it was written or signed on that day. All right. I'm just going to bring it up to you so you can see and hear it. And I had already had it right where I wanted it. But, you know, sometimes when you got all these windows open, it get a little crazy, y'all. So we're going to go right to it. Get past all the... Hold on. So I'm going to bring you in so you can hear it. Just... There we go. The sound is there. Y'all should see it. And then we just going to play it, everybody. Just go.
Ain't nothing, man. Listen, bro. It's deeper than what y'all think it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody thought that Tony Buzbee, that came out and ranked on Tony Buzbee like Tony Buzbee was this big-ass liar about bringing forth that case that he brought forth that he had to drop most recently. Well, it seems like good old Tony Buzbee may have been forced to drop that case, but not because he didn't believe in his case, not because the case wasn't vetted, not because Tony Buzbee was lying, not because there was a settlement, because Jay-Z did not lie. There was no settlement. In fact, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened right now. It was no paid off. It was no note. It was no none of that stuff. It was this. Tony Buzbee had made a mistake. And I'm going to tell you guys where the mistake was made. And he's trying to fight that mistake right now. Tony Buzbee, according to these documents that was dropped yesterday that nobody was talking about, in the matter of Tony Buzbee, the committee on grievances, aka the committee, quote unquote the committee, has considered Anthony G. Buzbee's petition for admission to the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York The petition, which was filed on January the 29th, 2025. Per the committee's review of the dockets, Mr. Buzbee has appeared in cases in this court without seeking admission. Therefore, petition is denied. In the event Mr. Buzbee moves for pro, hack vice, or regular admission in this court in the future, he must attach a copy of this order to his motion or petition. Tony Buzbee came off those cases not because Tony Buzbee thought he was lying, not because Tony Buzbee thought that his client was lying, not because Tony Buzbee didn't do what he said he did, which is vet the client. None of that is what it was. All these people on YouTube are the biggest pieces of you know what that The Rock, and I mean the great goddaggone one, has ever seen. Tony Buzbee did not seek admission, according to this report, to appear in those cases, which is my opinion. Now, in my opinion, is why he hired those other New York lawyers and added them onto those cases later on. Remember how I told y'all he got those New York lawyers that represented Trump and added them on? Doesn't seem like that was good enough. Now, any legal mind, any lawyer who knows anything about the game, you come in here and you tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Because they didn't see this one. They thought that Tony Buzbee dropped the case because they thought Tony Buzbee was lying or full of ish. Had nothing to do with that. Tony Buzbee basically was forced to drop those cases because of this. And I told y'all that is the reason why I was going to wait a couple days until I said something. Because you know one thing about your boy. I'm the best there is. I'm the best there was. And I'm the best there ever goddaggone will be doing this shit. Now, Tony Buzbee will not lose his license to practice law. But Tony Buzbee is now in a fight as far as he has to make an attachment of the copy of this order to his motion or his petition to appear in further cases in that court. Now, because of that, he had to let that go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those who was running around here saying that there was evidence that made Tony Buzbee back down, no, lie. For those who were saying that Tony Buzbee got scared and he didn't want no smoke, no, lie. The truth is right here in the paperwork. And the paperwork said that Tony Buzbee made an admission, and this is after that lawsuit was filed. He made an admission and a petition for admission, to the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York on January the 29th, 2025. So, in my opinion, and you can ask any real legal mind, they'll tell you this. What can Tony Buzbee do for other cases? Refer them to his colleagues who are practicing in New York. In my opinion, Jay-Z's lawyer did a great job. And the brother who said old news, sorry, this is new news. This file was just dropped yesterday. Know your role and shut your mouth. You're blocked. Hold on. Know your role and shut your mouth. You're blocked. Look at the date at the top of the screen, sucker. It was filed yesterday, fool. What the hell is wrong with you? You're a clown. Get out my channel. Look at the date. February the 21st, 2025. That was yesterday, sucker. It was filed yesterday. Look at it. Filed. It was dated February the 13th. So they knew what was going on. They knew what was going on behind the scenes. But everybody thought it was because Tony Buzbee client was lying, or they brought forth a felonious case, or they was capping. Had nothing to do with that. Had nothing to do with that. It had something to do with this on your screen. Now, this is the reason why you saw Tony Buzbee, in my opinion, go get those New York lawyers and throw them on that case. Remember, he went and got those New York lawyers? But Tony Buzbee probably, from what happened right here, he felt like, damn, this is a situation where it was a jam. So he probably felt like he had to drop the case, just out of safety of other cases. Now, here's the thing. We all asked, why didn't Tony Buzbee file that other case? Because Jay-Z's lawyer said, and Jay-Z and them came out and said in a statement that Tony Buzbee had a mail. And remember, we was all wondering why he didn't drop that case. Why he didn't put that, not drop the case, but why he didn't file that case, file that lawsuit. Because Tony Buzbee wasn't stupid. Tony Buzbee wasn't going to file two goddamn cases that both of them could have potentially got thrown out on technicalities. So he filed one. That other case, you never know what colleague of Tony Buzbee's could come pick up any other case Tony Buzbee got in New York. Use your brains, ladies and gentlemen. That is the reason why. And I couldn't figure it out why he didn't drop that other lawsuit. But now I figured it out. Tony Buzbee was fishing. Fishing. See? Fishing. Right? Why did Jay-Z drop sanctions? Why did Jay-Z and his lawyer drop sanctions against Tony Buzbee? Now what I think is, I can't prove this. This is just my speculation and my thought. Let me put that there. I think that in conversations, Tony Buzbee could have tried to force this case and force the hand and see what happened. But in my opinion, when he spoke with Jay-Z's representation, in my opinion, I believe they allowed this one because if that's the case, they easily could have pushed for sanctions against Tony Buzbee and tried to get him the hell up out of here. They didn't. Jay-Z and them dropped them sanctions. Now they suing Tony Buzbee, but they dropped that motion for sanctions. And when they did that, Tony Buzbee dropped the case. And everybody ran around making it seem like Tony Buzbee dropped the case because they were lying. Tony Buzbee dropped the case because of what you're reading on your screen. And that was dated February the 13th. It was filed yesterday. Look at the top of your screen in the blueprint. Filed 2nd, 21/25. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I told y'all I was going to wait a couple days before I came with this news to y'all. Because good old Ticket don't talk until that paperwork is out there. And then I'm going to come on here and talk. Didn't I tell you that? And this is why. So the person who said this dude is unbelievable, no, I'm very believable. Because everything I'm saying, Lloyd Ashy, is based off of factual information. That on your screen is factual information. Right? Factual information. Talk about Charleston White. I just saw about Charleston White just now. Somebody said it. I looked on my phone. I seen that fool dancing and pulling out a gun. I got to go look up his whole situation. So once I look that up, I'll come back and do a video on him. That fool got more lives than a cat, it looked like. But again, right? So, people that was saying that Tony Buzbee was a liar and he brought forth a fake ass case and all this other BS, The truth is that Tony Buzbee, and this is the part everybody got to think about. Jag, what up, baby? This is the part everybody got to think about right here. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying right here. This is the part y'all got to think about. Tony Buzbee had 2 cases. Why he ain't dropped the other case that Jay-Z and them said he came to them with a letter on, a demand letter with the boy? Why he ain't dropped that? Why he ain't released that case too on Jay-Z? Why he ain't say, yo, I'm gonna drop both of these cases on your helmet? Why he only came out and filed the case with the girl in it? You know why I think? Because I think Tony Buzbee was trying to see, in my opinion, was this gonna go through all the way, or how he was gonna motion? Because once again, if that was the case, he'd have dropped both of them cases when Jay-Z said, nah, I ain't paying nothing. He ain't dropped both cases. He dropped one. I was asking the whole time, why ain't Tony Buzbee dropped that other case yet? That other lawsuit, why he ain't put it out there? He didn't want to, in my opinion, have to throw out 2 lawsuits. So, to the person who says you and Tony Buzbee can kick rocks with this BS, sir, it's on paper and pen right there on the front of your screen, sir. If you can't read Keith Raymond, that's your problem, sir. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real with you, bro. You can get mad at me all you want. I'm just reading what the court say. And once again, the court say, sir, this ain't what I'm saying. This is what the court's saying. The United States District Court, Southern District of New York. Janet Jackass. This is what the court say. Not Ticket, not some punk ass nigga on YouTube, not some punk ass nigga on Twitter, not some punk ass on Instagram. None of these jabronis. This is what it says right here. The Committee on Grievance has considered Anthony G. Buzbee's petition for admission to the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. The petition, which was filed on January the 29th, 2025. That was after he dropped Jay-Z's name, right? Or wrong? Right? Per the committee's review of the documents, Mr. Buzbee has appeared in cases, there it go right there, in this court without seeking admission. That was the problem right there in front of y'all face. Therefore, the petition is denied. An event, Mr. Buzbee moves for pro hac vice or regular admission in this court in the future. He must attach a copy of this order of his motion or to his motion or petition. So this is what's going on right here. No cap in that rap, baby. Now, what happened to that other case Tony Buzbee had? What's going on with that other case that Jay-Z and them allege he had? Because nobody's saying that they got rid of that other case. The other case was never filed. Other case was never filed. So that's the question. What happened to the other case where Jay-Z and them said he tried to accuse him of a boy too? Because again, Jay-Z is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. But I told you guys, I knew it was something different. I wasn't going to speak about it until that paperwork came out. That's why I told y'all I was going to wait a couple days till I spoke on Tony Buzbee. This is the truth about what happened. Was the petition that Tony Buzbee filed for admission, right? And remember one thing, if I'm not mistaken, and I got to give Jay-Z's lawyers credit for this because I think Alex Spiro and them did a great job of hammering this home about, basically, was he priced a license to practice over in New York? You know what I'm saying? And so that is the situation right there what we talking about. That right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everybody tapping on there. Y'all know what it is, man. Salute all y'all, man. I holla, man. Holla back.
I think that's a good place to put the pin in the fork, so to speak. But at the end of the day, I think you all get it that in a nutshell, it was a procedure issue and it's an easy fix. It might have been maybe he thought it was done by somebody in his firm and it wasn't. Maybe something happened. I'm sure this is not the first time he's filed cases outside of his jurisdiction, if you will, because he's in different locations: California, New York, Texas. So at the end of the day, that's why the motion to dismiss was done in the Jane Doe. There's some people that still believe that there was some money, whatever, given out to the young lady, because why would she do a withdrawal with prejudice, meaning she can never come back? In most cases, people are not going to do that unless they got something. But anyway, it depends on who gave it to them, because it could have been somebody outside of who we know or in the group, if you will. We won't get into all of that, but I wanted to bring this all to you because I want to keep the truth going. I want to keep the truth out, and I want to keep the truth winning, so that in the end, justice will be served, and people will get what they need in regard to the just the freedom and the peace of mind that they're doing what they need to do with the system, and the system is actually working. Can you imagine that? So we're imagining and believing that the system's working, and we're going to continue to walk in it so that we can get the benefits of it thereof. So we thank God for all you. This is Dr. Lily M. Coley. This is Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. I hope that your Saturday evening is great and wonderful, and you're doing the right things to stay protected and to just be all you need to be, so that you can, fulfill your destiny and purpose as you're supposed to. Thank you all for watching. This is Dr. Lily M. Coley, and this is Keep It Real with Dr. Lil. And we look forward to talking